in the room. Hello, hello. Y'all come on in here. I'd have to switch y'all to the other side so you don't fall off the table here. But that's okay. We can do that. Hey, LaBrenda Cohen's. Welcome in. Welcome in. LaBrenda says, what's up, Katrina? It's the Wednesday Night Live. Girl just in here finding inventory. Uh-oh. Plug this fan back in because we can't be in here without the fan. But that's what I'm doing. I am getting inventory out from these Valentine baskets that I had left. Or bags, really mainly grab and go gifts. But I have stuff like this. Like, you know, the whole set. Type deal. That I'm going to put in some Mother's Day baskets. And that is what I am up to on this Wednesday. What y'all got going on? Y'all making baskets? Y'all just skimming through some chats and some lives? What y'all got going on? Hello, Miss B. Miss B's Baskets and More. Says, hello, Katrina and everyone. LaBrenda says, hey, chat. Lord, let's not talk about inventory. Yes, ma'am, because I have not bought anything. And that's because I haven't had any days off to hit any sales. So, I've got to revamp and take apart stuff that I had left over. And it's small stuff. You know, like I'm not going to do anything with this. This is a makeup kit. Y'all know the Sesame Wet and Wild makeup kit. You know, so this will just get put back up for a birthday, Valentine's, something. But I'm not going to put it out for Mother's Day. Because I don't know one mom still in the Sesame Street that wants Sesame Street Wet and Wild makeup kit. They might, but I doubt it. So I had little concepts like these for Valentine's. I sold a lot of these, but I still had some left over. And this is just a simple little gift, grab and go gift. When we were doing grab and go gifts, that's what this is. So I may take the stuff and put it with something else. And I've made a couple of baskets here so far. I'm gonna make some more tonight. But I'm gonna make I don't know how many I'm gonna make tonight, but I'm gonna try to make several. Liberta says I'm still working and thinking about these few days till Mother's Day. Yes, ma'am. Well, I have a event Saturday, which I'm, you know, kind of excited about. I ain't gonna say I'm super excited about it, but I don't mind doing the event because it's a free event. It's at the University of Georgia Agricultural Campus down here where I live, and last year was the first year they did it, and I did have sales last year at this event. So they sent me an email and invited me back. And again, it's a free event. So I was like, okay, I'll come back and see if we can get some sales there. I'm taking graduation items, Mother's Day gifts, and then I'm going to have one table that I want to set up for custom orders. So I do have some in loving memory arrangements that I'm going to do in some of these glass vases. I don't know if y'all saw the haul where one of my friends came over and brought me all these glass vases, but I'm going to use those and make some flowers that and put an etching on the glass that says in loving memory. And I want to set those up as a custom order table just to see if I can generate some orders out of this event. So that would be great. So that is where I am at with all of that stuff that I'm revamping and trying to get rid of. LaBrenda says I was trying to find those Sesame Street sets. I got these from Orange. She sold a lot of her inventory, and I bought all of her Sesame Street that she had because I couldn't find any of those down here anywhere. LaBrenda says those flat concepts are going to come through in a clutch. Yeah, I got enough of them down here that I'm looking at. I don't know which ones I'm going to keep and revamp, but I'm going to keep some and revamp some, especially for this event. I'm hoping that there's going to be more. There may be, I'm sure there's going to be people there looking at Mother's Day stuff, but it is a craft event, and the last time I did it last year, there were people there that were looking for birthday gifts or looking for baby shower gifts and all of that. We got some baby stuff done that Chandrell did, so I'll show you all those a little later on because she got them over there somewhere. But those are really, really cute. Her sets have come out really, really cute. LaBrenda said, your setups are always really nice. Thank you, LaBrenda. I appreciate that. I try to work hard on them. And I honestly got that from just following advice from everybody out there that, says make your setup look inviting and all of that. I think LB was the first person I heard say that. And so in my mind, I try to envision what I would want it to look like when people come in. So that's why I do that. So thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Zed Iman says, hello, madam. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for popping in. Welcome to the Crafty Corner. We are a basket making community and nothing but love here. So let's keep it that way and keep it moving. Thank you for coming. Still Classy is in the building. Hello, Deb. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Says, hey, Katrina in chat. There is my friend Bammit with Arthur Butler. Says, hey, Katrina. Hello, Bammit. I sent you some subscribers, sir. Yes, I did. Because they trying to get their gardening on. And I'm like, Katrina can't help you with that one. But I know somebody that can. So you should be getting you some more subscribers over there, Mr. Butler. Tony Carrillo says, hey, girl. Hello, Tony. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for popping into the Crafty Corner. If you all are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Thank you for coming. LaBrenda says, next year I want to get in on some craft fairs. Hopefully my daughter will be back from her deployment and settled back in. Yeah, I hope so. I've been praying for your daughter, honey. I know she missed them babies as much as you do. Mr. Butler says, I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Butler. I appreciate you, too. You just have a wealth of knowledge over there, and I appreciate you so much for sharing it with us because, folks don't know it, Mr. Butler, but you and I know stuff about to get real, honey, because them ports is empty. Ain't no shipping containers in them ports, y'all. So y'all better get your vegetables growing and so on and so forth. And go on and stock up on your beans and stuff that, to get you in so you can at least get to where you got some crop growing because it's about to get real, y'all. About to get real. Sedona says, hey, everybody. Hey, Sedona, thank you for popping in. Well, I am glad y'all are in the Crafty Corner tonight because I'm taking some stuff apart, putting some stuff together. I'm going to show y'all the baby sets that Chandrell did and a couple of baskets that I've done tonight. And I'm going to do some more of those, but I'm not going to do them right this minute. I will, after the live, I'm going to bam out some more baskets. So I can tell you that I've taken a page out of Divine's book and I write down everything I make. We're just trying to come up with a better flow system. And if you all have not watched how Divine flows, and this is a business flow, not just how she makes her baskets, but how she actually flows her business. It's extremely organized, and I really, really like the way that she does that. If I could get Divine's flow going and KOK's inventory or her organization as far as how she stores her stuff going, man, we'd be rocking over here in the Crafty Corner, but we're going to get it together. So I am cataloging everything that I make. All right, this is everything that I've got so far for Mother's Day and this event. So we are at a count of 62 and no, 63. And I'm just writing them down as I go. It's helping me price things a little bit better and keeping a good catalog of what I have. And what I will do is take the corresponding number that I have written on here, and I will put that number on the matching basket. So that way when people come up and, they're going to ask what the price is regardless, we have have it cataloged, and I can look at the basket and say, oh, that's number 6. Okay, number 6 is $35, $45, whatever it is. That's just something we're trying out for Mother's Day to see if that works for us. And if it does, then I'm going to continue to do that. LaBrenda Cohen says, I just subscribed to Mr. Arthur's channel. Thank you, Vanita. LaBrenda, girl. I'm glad, because he's like I said, he has a wealth of information. And if you are a gardener and you like to plant, he's your man. Definitely will help you through those things. Vanita Bumper says, hello, Vanita. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, HK, I didn't see what they said, but HK was removed. So apparently what they said wasn't a good thing to say, because Sadonna didn't like it. All right, y'all, so look. Y'all see all this candy I'm finding? I'm gonna throw all that. I'm gonna throw all that away if it ain't expired. If it's expired, I'm gonna throw it away, y'all. All right, so this is a hair clips with face mask. All right, so don't know if this is going to be in a keep pile or a revamp pile. It has a, what else is in here? A little journal with a pen as well. I don't have any candy in this, so this definitely could be a good grab and go to keep. But grab and goes are probably not going to be that popular. I don't know, y'all. This is my second Mother's Day, so I'm hoping they'll be popular. We'll see. I'm definitely going to take these flat concepts to the event Saturday, because somebody may just be looking for a small gift to give to someone. And then I'll go from there as far as taking them apart. All right, this one, not so much. So these are gloves. They have the headband. But because they have the gloves in them, I may open this up, take the gloves out, put something else in there. I don't know, foot mask or something. But something else in there so that it's not too wintry looking. I'm thinking with the gloves, it might be just a little bit too wintry. All right, let's see. What else we got in the box? All right, so this one I'm thinking I'm just going to change the box out. Yeah. I'm just going to change the box out on this one and take this bow off of it. This is another Give It to God. These little Give It to God, it's a little notebook or a little paper with a pen inside of it. There's a pen in the box. And basically it is something that you can write your thoughts down, something you really want to give to God, that it might be that thing you're praying for, whatever it is you're wanting. All right, write it on that piece of paper there and give it to God. Don't worry about it no more because you gave it to him. That's what these little boxes are for. I got these at Dollar Tree, and my Dollar Tree has a bunch of these, so I'm going to go back and get some more. But this particular little box, like I said, I think I'm just going to rebox it because it's really cute. I really don't want to take this apart because I like it. It's got I put a pin up here. It's got the little happy face. That's a little journal book. We got face mask, emery board, lip gloss, and a Give It to God. Okay, so this one I'm going to rebox. All right, this one we're going to take the gloves out and see if we can put something else in there. S. Marie's in the building. Says, hey, Katrina and Crafty Crew. Hello, S. Marie. How are you, darling? Good to see you. All right, this one, I will probably add some more to it. And simply because this is just a bath bomb with the fan towel that I put in here. So I think I want to add some to this because it is Mother's Day. So I'm putting that in a different pile over there. Ooh, Sandana, we getting a bunch of trolls in here? I hope we ain't getting a bunch of trolls tonight. Boards on and gone. Tongue, tongue, tongue. Saw her. I don't know which one is your name and what it is you're trying to say. At this point in my life, I don't care. All right, so this one I'm going to have to open up because it's got candy in it. All right, so this was the Oreo cookie grab and go that I put the candy bar in and some Oreo cookies in there. So I'm going to check the expiration date. I may leave it, well, no, I got to take the candy out and rebow it, but I may leave the concept for Father's Day. Because believe it or not, these men love these socks, y'all. I work with a doctor who wears those socks. He's got, you name it. He's got SpongeBob. Every time he comes in, I find myself sitting at my station looking at his ankles to see which socks he has on that day. But he's a doctor that works there. He absolutely loves those socks. So if he does, a lot of people do. All right, this one is a soap. This is the Crystal Water Scented Soap. And y'all remember I told you, be careful with these bombs if you use them. And soaps because they look alike. They look exactly alike, so you have to read it. All right, you see that? This one is a bath bomb. This one is soap. Okay, so, and this one I have with a loofah. Ribbon just says love. So I may leave this just like this and add it to something for Mother's Day. Just to enhance that Mother's Day gift. So that one I think I'm not going to do anything to him. I'm going to put him over here. You go back over there because you need a bow and some other stuff. Or I might just add a bow to this and pair it with some things too. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. Sadonna says they are trying to come in. I see. OMG, it's Reeking. Good evening. I just subscribed. Why, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the Crafty Club. We are happy you are here. All right, so these three are keepers. All right, I'm going to keep these three. All right, and then I'm going to set these to the side. This one I'm going to add a bow to. This one I'm going to change the bow to. And then these two go into the farm. I'm not gonna redo those. Not for Mother's Day anyway. Let's see. All right, this one is a bath bomb. Another one with the fan folded towel in there, so we're going to keep this one. All Occasions Gifts is in the building. It says, hi, Katrina and everyone. And I may add that to a basket. This one I'm going to have to open up. And this is it's Valentine's, but it's also got candy in it. And need to check the dates on this candy and all this other stuff. We got some facial mask in here as well. So I'll redo this one, and I'll pull the products out and put them in something else. We ain't gonna do nothing with that. Except throw the candy away. Put it in a birthday basket. Yeah, Valentine's. These are stuff left over from Valentine's. All right, so this one we're going to keep. All right, this one has a compact mirror in it. It has the Yardley body mist, the eye jewels, and journal, a pen, and the facial gems. All right, so I will keep this one. All occasion gifts says, hi, Katrina and everyone. Hang on one second, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I had to get her together first. Because, honey, I ain't freeze, y'all, but that child, she better get on it. Vanita says, hello and welcome, everyone. Please double tap the screen or click on the three dots in the upper right-hand corner to like this live stream. Keep the comments respectful, and thank you. Thank you, Vanita. All right, let's see. Sedona says, amen, Vanita. Thank y'all. Y'all are sweet. All right, so yeah. So these are turtles. This is for S. Marie. Y'all close your eyes. Don't look. S. Marie, if these turtles are not expired, I'm going to eat this inventory. Y'all didn't hear that. That was for S. Marie. I'm going to eat that one, though. He finna go. Yes, he is. All right, so this one we're going to keep. All right, this is just a little Yardley's concept with the compact, but I will probably put it in with something. Maybe one of the cake boxes. I don't know, y'all. But this is why I'm going through this stuff, because like I said, I haven't had time to go shopping. My charge nurse, here's the story, y'all, backstory. My charge nurse has gone on vacation. So the charge nurse they have covering for her don't know what she's doing. So I'm being pulled in at 7:30 in the morning, and one of the other nurses is being pulled in at 7:30 in the morning. That's right, S. Marie, product quality control. So that we can make sure everything goes smoothly. So now y'all know I'm giving them the sideways look, right? I really am. I really am. I know I don't want to be charged, but stop putting people in charge that don't know what they're doing. You know, that, and then using us to make them look good. And I'm not saying I'm all that. I ain't nowhere near saying anything like that, y'all. So don't take it that way. I'm just saying I know my worth as a nurse because I've been doing it for almost going on 30 years. And I know when somebody knows what they're talking about and when they don't. And she's just one of them people that don't know what she's talking about. So me and the other nurse, because we have tenure, we've been there longer, we know what to do and what not to do. Our hours get changed and we're getting pulled in. So I'm having to be at work at 7:30. You know, so I'm not getting a day off. You know, usually they'll float you a day off here and there. Not getting any of those because we have to help cover for her. So it's a pain in the butt sometimes. You know, like I said, that's why I haven't been able to go shopping, y'all. Sedona says, inventory count, one less turtle gone. That's right. That is correct. These little Oreo cookies gonna be gone too. Because my Chandrell's standing here looking at me. She probably gonna want these. Let's see. Oh, these are expired, Chandrell. I can't give you these. 19 November 2024. they're they're expired, so those are going over there. All right, so I got those four. All right, y'all. So I'm also keeping my little bags because these bags are still good. I can use them. So that's what I'm going to do. But yes, Sedona, one turtle gone. He's going to be gone. I'm putting those bags up so I can reuse them, y'all. I'm putting shred in this bag so I can use it too. Because no, I am not throwing away my shred. All right, so we all know what's going to happen to this basket right here, right? Or this little bag right here. Because he got mostly candy in him. Look like a little candy bag. Where's your baby stuff? So I can show them your baby stuff. So this is rock candy. It was cotton candy. This rock candy now, y'all. Trash pile. Alright, this is the Skittle lip gloss. So like I said, I will keep this to go in maybe a birthday basket or something like that. And then we have our Cocoa Pebbles body scrub that I got from Big Lots. Y'all know the Big Lots that was closing that's now reopening again? Yeah, that one. You said both of that over there and this. I have to throw the candy away, but I'm not going to do anything with those. Oh, is it in the house? Yeah. Oh. Alright, and then we got a Fun Dip in here that I don't know if it's expired or not, but we'll find out. Nope, the Fun Dip is good. So, Sedona, one less Fun Dip too. I do, you know, like a box of chocolates or something like that in the mom baskets or on the side. And I'm thinking this year that's what I'm going to do is put them on ice on the side and ask anyone if they would like to add a box of chocolates and then charge accordingly for the box of chocolates along with the gift. I just think that's going to be better. Sedona says, I hope they reopen the one near me. Yeah. Well, they're reopening the one down here. And I just hope they have more Roses stuff in here. Because I wish they had opened it with the Roses name instead of the Big Lots. But I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to incorporate the Rose inventory stuff in there, as well as the Big Lots. All the, that's right, Sedona, that Fun Dip's gone bye-bye. The rest of the furniture and stuff that Big Lots used to carry. I hope they come down some on those prices on those, because they had some furniture that I was interested in. All right, so I pulled this lip gloss out of that basket, which we will use in a Mom's Day basket. We got some Dove. I got more Dove in the cabinet back there, so I do have a good supply of Dove. So that's why I like watching y'all get your hauls and stuff, because I know very seldomly am I going to be able to get out there and get it. All right, so this is a mask with the head wrap and some hair clips. And I'm going to rebox this or take these items out and use them in something else. And I think I'm just going to take them out and use them in something else for Mother's Day. She is. that's the hair clips that I got. I got these at CVS. Y'all know CVS has that little 99-cent thing where you can pull those out. Still Classy said her girls love Fun Dips. I got Fun Dip. I probably got more in the house, Still Classy. And those little Easter baskets, some of those small ones. I had like 23 of those small ones left over. I probably got Fun Dip in there. These are the head wraps. Same thing at CVS in that 99-cent bin that I picked up. Let's set it down here. And of course, my shred bag. Yes, we recycles over here at the Crafty Corner. All right, this one, I don't think I'm going to do anything to this. We got lip balm, the eye mask, some juicy peach scrub cream, and our vibrating facial roller. All right, so I'm just... Y'all all right? I'm sorry. I just knocked it out the ring thing over here, y'all. Because I got it plugged into the charger and I pulled it with my leg. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Divine Creations is in the house. Says, hey, my sis. Hey, sis, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you. Still Classy says, I appreciate S. Marie showing a small haul this morning. That just jumped all away from me, Still Classy. Hang on. Because the spa pills were marked down to 97 cents and I was able to find quite a few. Well, I'm glad. I was at work this morning, so I ain't no sales in my future right now. I can't even get to a sale. I found a penny, y'all. I went in Dollar General yesterday evening when I got off work. And I went in there. I went in there specifically for something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I went in there to get something, and I found 1 penny. Okay, he going in a basket, so I'm okay with it, but I only found 1. Devon says, hello, everyone. Still Classy says, hey, Nicole. Entrepreneurial Diary. Miss Shamika says, hey, Katrina, how are you doing? I am doing great, my dear. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to tell y'all one more again. For all y'all that like my little jingle for my channel, Shamika is the one that did that for me. You know, so that is where that jingle came from. So I just want you to know, because I do get a lot of questions of where that song came from. And it was an Entrepreneurial Diary did that for me, y'all. Monique is in the building, says, hey, Katrina and everyone. Hello, Monique. Thank you for coming in. Shamika says, I'm well, thanks. I'm glad. I am glad. All right, so this one, we're going to keep this one as a little grab and go. I'm not even going to change the bow on that, y'all. I'm going to leave that gold bow right on there and set that over there. So that's all that's in this bag. I said that, and this is something I knocked over. This wasn't in the bag, actually. This was, though. These are some more hair clips that I will put in some Mother's Day concepts. Especially with the pocketbooks, the headband. I have some purses that will match this. Y'all know I got a whole bunch of purses in. If you didn't see that haul, that was just part of them because I didn't do the entire haul. I think I did 2, actually. I did the rainbow purses that I got. And then I got that haul from Temu, which had a lot of purses in there. I've gotten 2 bags of purse, or 2 boxes of purses from Temu. So some of those, if you hadn't seen the videos, please go back and watch. Here's one of the bags that I got. All right, and these are cute bags. Perfect size for some of the baskets. All right, and this is definitely a mom purse. Not too big, not too small. Some moms like huge, big purses. All right, this is another purse that I will put in a concept. This is a really pretty bag. And I'm going to pair that with uh, this photo. So that will go together. Now I'll be getting this one together soon. I have got to wrap some boxes, y'all. So I haven't done this one yet because I have to wrap those boxes. Monique says was watching KOK. She didn't get a notification. I'm sorry, hon. Hang on, y'all, because my fingers is doing all kinds of stuff. Still Classy says, oh, wow. That is awesome. Great job, Shamika. Monique says she didn't get notified. Okay, let me go back down here. Shamika says, thank you, Still Classy. And Monique with the gold hearts. Thank you, darling. All right, so this is, like I said, I'll do this pocketbook paired with this picture. These will go together. We're going to make it work. But I need a bigger basket. Because even I got big baskets, but not long baskets for this. So I'm going to wrap a box for this. Or I don't know that I'm going to use one of those big boxes up there. You know, those decorative boxes. Because I don't want the decorations on the box to clash with the picture. So I may just wrap one in this one of these orangey type colors, because I do have wrapping paper that has all these colors in it. And then we got this. Okay, this is, I may have some more of these. I'm thinking I don't. If I do, they're in that cabinet, which I'll get back there and look. But these are just those keychains that have the little scarves on them that I got off Temu last year, and I had a whole bunch of these. And then somebody asked me a question, and I did remember the question because I wrote it down. It's my question. All right, so somebody asked me on the graduation gifts for the boys what they are in. All right, and I did the boys, or my daughter actually, Chantrell did those. Let me see if I got one over here. And no, I don't. But they are in. Y'all remember the football stuff that was at Dollar General that went a penny? Well, they had the little dishes, like the little hot dog trays, that were a football field, shaped like a football and a football field. That is what she did the boys' graduation gifts in. So that's what that is, y'all. Monique says yes. All right, y'all. So that's what I got on inventory from that bag. I still got a couple of more bags back there that I'm going to go through and get that inventory out. Now, this little thing here that I'm going to redo. I'm going to take the items out and just redo this whole basket. This is one of the Seek and You Will Find bags. And this is one of those bags, if you saw the 360 hidden lamp video, this is one of those bags in the front of that basket. All right, and they're real pretty bags. And the reason that video is called the hidden lamp is because that big circular basket, I have a lava lamp down in the middle of that and covered with the paper and stuff, and that was to give me some stability and also put a hidden gift in that basket. That was actually going to be a birthday basket, and then they decided they didn't want a birthday basket. They actually lost their deposit on that basket because they just really never picked it up or anything, and I'm like, okay. Um, is what it is, y'all. So now it's a Mother's Day basket. um, and it's got the hidden lava lamp down in the middle, and then in the middle on top, um, all the stuff is around it, but there's a coffee cup with a bag of coffee in it as well. So it's a really nice basket. Miss P's Creation says, hey, Katrina in chat. Hello, Miss P. Thank you for popping in. Vanita says, Shamika, that jingle is awesome. Yes, it is. I thank her so much for that. Shamika is very talented, y'all. I'm telling y'all need to go make sure you watching her videos and stuff and supporting her because she is very, very, very talented. Cecilia Mack says, good evening. Hello, Miss Mack. Thank you for popping in. Shamika says, thank you, Vanita. Um, let's see. Esmarie says, super cute. Was wondering why it's hidden. Because mainly because it's heavy. So trying to stand it up on something, y'all know them lava lamps, right? Them things is heavy. So instead of trying to put a box in to stand it up on and all this other stuff or taking it out of the box, I decided I would just use it to stabilize the bag, and then call it a hidden 360 hidden gift. So that's why. And I thought it would be nice that when mom opens the basket or whoever opens that basket, that they find the lava lamp down in the middle. But that's why I did that. Esmery says, you're most welcome, still classy. I was driving. Monique says, hello, Cecilia and Shamika. Shamika says, hey, Monique. Alicia says, good evening, everyone. Hello, Alicia. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, y'all. So that is what I am up to in the Crafty Corner. Now, you all saw the sipping paints. All right, and this is just some of them. I'm going to be making some more with the smaller canvases. These will be smaller sets. All right, but this is one of them. And I did 4 of these, of this particular one, simply because I just think it's really nice. And it's definitely going to be a very nice thing to paint. All right, so to go with the sipping paints, I picked up these sets of, it came with the canvases, these small canvases. All right, and then you get your paint that's already bagged up with your brushes. And then you get an easel as well. Alright, and this is the easel for it. You just set your canvas on it. I picked those up off of Amazon. I was going to get them from Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree did not have enough of these that I was looking for. This comes in a bag of 10 sets. Alright, so you get 10 sets of the paint brushes, the easels, and the canvases that you can make sip and paint sets with. And it was $24 and some change. All right, but that's 30 items that you're getting. All right, and with these, like I said, I'm pulling the canvases out, and I'm going to make small sets with these canvases. So that's definitely a good buy in my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions, but that's my opinion, y'all. Alicia with the gold hearts. Let me refresh, y'all. Y'all know every so often I got to refresh because my computer, my phone be acting crazy. All right. Now, So that is what I'm doing with the sip and paint sets, y'all, which I think those will be really, really nice. I have done those in the past. I'm also doing baskets with those. So I do have a basket to show you. All right, and this is one of the sip and paint baskets. Cecilia Max says, good evening, all. Shamika says, thank you, Vanita. I don't know if I rolled back up or what happened, but yeah, I did. My chat just rolled back up on its own, y'all. My hands ain't even over there. They over her. All right, so what I did was, this is one of the purses that actually came in today. I ordered 4 of these to go with the sip and paint sets, these little small purses. And there's purses off Temu. They're the little duffel bag purses. They got the strap down inside and this little strap on top. So you can wear it as a crossbody, or you can carry it by the short strap. I put our sip and paint picture here in the back. All right, this is a Visagi vibrating massage ball. All right, and I got these massage balls from Aldi's. So I told y'all don't sleep on Aldi's. All right, because these were marked down 90%. I think I paid like $1 and some change for these, $1 and 40 some odd cents or something like that. But they were marked down 90% off. And then there's the paint. All right, and then I'll tape that up, but our easel is also in there. All right, and then I added a candle here on the end. All right, so that is what I did with with 2 of the canvases. I'm going to do something different with the other 2, just to give it a little difference. So I'll show you what that finished one that I have already wrapped looks like. Okay, so this is the one that is already wrapped. Same thing, candle, the massage ball, our paints, paint brushes, our easel, our bag, and our canvas. All right, so that is Mom's Day gifts that I did. Marlene Wells is in the building, says, that's nice. I like that. Hello, everybody. Hello, Marlene. Thank you for popping in. Thank you. Thank you. And these are just, these designs here are designs that I picked off of Cricut Design Space and cut them out. When you do your canvases, you want to find something that's easy to cut, or use a really, really good vinyl that's easy to weed. Otherwise, it might take you forever to get a sip and paint done. But these did not take me any time at all to get them done. I think it took me about an hour to cut them all, weed them all, and press them on the canvases with the heat press. So that is what I did with those 2. I just got to wrap and bow the other one there. All right, and then these are Chandrell's little baby sets. I know she wanted to start her baby line. So we've been trying to get that together. We're just going to be looking at packaging and how we want to package those. But they are so cute, y'all. All right, so let's see. I'm going to show you the little boy's outfit first. All right, so this is a little boy's shirt. All right, and it says Captain Adorable. All right, and then she did a bib to go with it that says the same thing, Captain Adorable. All right, and then we got these little dinosaur booties to go with it. All right, so this is one outfit that she did. All right, and then she did a bib that says "Be the Light." And this, we did this bib because this is a sublimation material, the bib is, and I wanted to make sure these iron-ons would go on there without having issues. So this was our test bib, but it's so cute. He going in a gift for a baby. All right, and then the little girl's gift. For the little boy, she's putting it with this bottle, blue bottle. And then this is the little girl's gift. Gift set, I should say. Says, totally adorable. And she did a bib for that one that says sassy little soul. All right, so we got a totally adorable sassy little soul for our baby gifts. And then, of course, there's some baby booties for that one, too. All right, and she's got the bottles for that one. She hadn't picked which one she's going to use, but she's got this one that says, "We go together like milk and cookies." And then, of course, there's Minnie Mouse. So that is how far we've gotten on that, because we've just got so many other things going on. But super cute. So I think that she's going to love doing this, because these are just super cute. So we gotta figure out some packaging for these, on how we want to package them. I have a few ideas running around in my head, but that's right. That's where they are right now, just running around in my head. Ha ha ha. All right, so I do have a little bit of word for y'all. Let me pull my chat back down because it is running all over the place. All right, so this is called Like a Child. And then I have a little bit of, if you missed what I was talking about when Mr. Butler was in here, I'll talk about that just briefly again, because I'm not going to bombard y'all. Because y'all know what's going on in the world, so I'm not a political person. I don't even really want to get that political, but I am mindful of the things going on around me, and know that how we operate in our gift basket business, as well as our daily lives, there's going to have to be some changes made, simply because of the season and era that we are in. But we'll get into that. Anyway, y'all know, like I said, I always have this book with me. It says, "God is always with me." You know this because I pull this out and read it at any given moment. All right, and I was reading this today, and it says, "Like a child." And I wanted to share it with you because it's a very good word here. So, like a child, truly I tell you, anyone who will not receive the kingdom of God like a little child will never enter it. Take a break from the mid-July heat and picture Christmas morning. Children running down the stairs, tearing gleefully into packages. Every gift brings fresh exclamations of gratitude and joy. Each shiny ornament holds wonder. This, we are told, is the only way to receive the kingdom of God. Like a child on Christmas morning, we must open up to wonder, enthusiasm, and thanks. How is this working in your life? Do you need his help in order to freely receive his gifts? So, how can you be more childlike in your reception of God's kingdom? Um, so, and the reason it struck me is because um, when we do our gift baskets and stuff like that, my motto here at my in my business is to create memories, and of course, good long lasting memories that make people smile, make people happy. That's what we strive to do in every basket that we make. And for me, it is a childlike feeling when someone opens the basket and they're happy with it, or um, just going back to the Christmas baskets I did last year, that was a custom order, and the client coming back to me and telling me how excited the kids were, and how happy they were, and so on and so forth. And um, that is the kind of joy that I have when I think of God, the goodness of God, the kingdom that He has awaiting for us. We don't deserve any of it, but He said we could have it, and all we have to do is follow Him, believe in Him, receive Him, and it's ours. Um, I said before, the sacrifices that have been made on our behalf are sacrifices that we would not be able to do. Um, so we have to receive these things in a childlike mind, to where that excitement is just overbounding, y'all. It's just so much joy in knowing that uh, God loves you that much. Okay, because nobody here on this earth is ever gonna love you that much. And one of the things I have said, and I know y'all have heard me say this, is anytime somebody makes you mad, or puts you in a space of negativity, we have to feed ourselves, first of all, His Word to sustain us. All right. But we also have to give those people permission to control our emotions. All right. So you can't make me mad unless I give you permission to. Okay. And I don't give those permissions away very freely. Do people make me mad? They have. Yeah. Because we're all human. So we're all going to have that falter every now and then. Um, but we have to remember that we are in control of our emotions, of our behavior. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, when that person does what they do, when we get mad, we might show out with that person. But do we have to answer to that person? We don't. We got to answer to Him. So when we show out, we need to show out in a godly way. All right. So that was my message today. Like a child, uh, just being thankful for His goodness and His mercy, and um, just the love that overflows from God, because we mess up time and 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 time again, and He's always there with open arms to take us back in, to forgive us, um, to tell us that by His stripes we're healed. Hello, the basket case. Welcome in. Thank you for popping in. So just remember that um, when you think about God and His goodness, it should make you feel like a child on Christmas morning inside. All the gifts that His love just abounds and gives us in our everyday lives. The ability to just get up out of bed in the morning, because some of us, it's hard to do that. We just be in so much pain, we be so tired. I mean, y'all know there were some days I couldn't even walk because of this sciatic nerve pain, or because of whatever was going on. Um, just tired. I was up all night, most of the night last night. Um, just tired. So, but because of his grace and his mercy, I'm able to keep going and keep moving and asking, hey, Lord, I need a little push this morning, or can you take that pain away, or, whatever the case may be. And knowing that just because you're his child and he loves you, he does it. So it's awesome, y'all. It's awesome. All right, so that is my word. I hope that that word encourages you to keep going when you don't want to go anymore. I hope that word gives you a new perspective on uh, this everyday life and the things that are going on in it and dealing with people. Because in our basket businesses, we deal with all kinds of personalities. Um, all kinds of personalities. You got that person that comes to your booth talking about, oh, this that cheap dollar store stuff. I don't want none of this. I ain't buy. Been there. Didn't respond to her at all because I'm thinking, I know you're going to leave my little thing because you can't possibly have that much money. Not the way you acting. And you're going to go right on up that street to Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, and buy you something from there. So, and that's fine with me. Um, Even during my Easter sales, I had one lady, she came, she looked at the baskets and had her little girl with her, and her little girl was picking out all these baskets that she wanted and thought they were just adorable. And her mom looked at her and said, well, we're going to go in here in Kroger's and get a basket. That was fine with me. Because I already knew they weren't going to get what I was making. I had already been in Kroger's and vetted their baskets. I had been to Walmart and looked at their baskets. I had been to Dollar General and looked at their baskets. And that's one of the things I will do is go out and look at gift sets and baskets and see what they're making, how they're making it, how much they're putting in there, what they're charging for it. Things like that. That's the kind of recon I do um, so that I can price effectively and do my baskets to get the most out of them. So, you're going to run into that everywhere, y'all, everywhere you go. Be confident in what you're putting out there. Everybody is not going to like what you put out there. Um, and that's just facts. That should not stop you from putting your things out there because somebody will like it. All right. If you came up with the concept, there's a buyer out there for it. Okay. And I truly believe that. Otherwise, it wasn't a concept that I just said, oh, okay, I'm gonna throw this together and see what happens. Um, we put a lot of thought into the concepts that we do. Um, and for a lot of you, you can watch a short before the person's name even comes on there, or you don't see that person and know whose basket it is because everybody is very unique in their style and how they create and do their baskets. What may be easy for someone may not be easy for you. What may be easy for you may not be easy for someone. Listen, when I tell y'all I'm fighting with the Bobo balloons, y'all, me and them Bobo balloons is fighting, okay? But I'm going to win that fight because I refuse to stop. I refuse to give up the fight. Refuse, refuse, refuse. All right, y'all. I'm trying to refresh here to see if I done lost you because ain't nobody saying nothing. But like I said, I hope that that word has helped somebody tonight. So, I don't know if y'all have watched the news and seen that the shipping ports are empty. That means that there are no cargo containers in those ports that carry food and stuff. You may have noticed some of your grocery shelves are empty. All right, so just, know that the realness is getting real. Stock up on whatever you need to, whatever it is that you and your family desire so that you're not caught unable to feed yourselves and feed your families and stuff because of the era we're in and things that are going on. So definitely be mindful of that. Still Classy says it was a beautiful word, sweetie. Thank you, Still Classy. I hope it helps everybody. Twins Party of Five's in the building. Says hello, everyone. Hey, Shy. Thank you for popping in, sweetie. It's good to see all of you all. But just know you may need to start stocking up on some food and stuff. Those are just things you may need to look at. Bragger gift baskets. Miss Dina is in the building. Says hey, hey, everyone. Hello, hello. Um, that is what we're doing here. I take my business and things going on around me in this world very seriously. Um, and that's just my nature. So, yes, I am stocking up on canned goods and beans and stuff like that. These particular cargo bays or whatever you call them, we're carrying canned goods, would have been carrying canned goods, beans, and paper products. All right, so what I'm getting from that, and yes, I do have other people that I do talk to about these things, but what I'm getting from that is to stock up on your toilet papers, stock up on your canned goods, and stock up on beans and things like that. Then, of course, if you have a deep freezer, fill it up if you can. Get your meats in there, whatever it is that you buy, um, or however it is that you shop. Now is the time to get those things in order, because I'm not a fear mongerer, but I will say that it's not going to get better before it gets worse. All right, and I don't know if you all have been following CNN and what they're reporting, but y'all know a bag of Doritos is $10. Facts. So be mindful of that, y'all, and thrive, because we want our businesses to make it through these seasons, with everything that's going on. And when things get really, really bad or get bad enough, we already know that's going to cut into our profits. And, if this is what you're doing full time as your sole business, and I know some of you have other streams of income, and that's great. I have a full time job. Other streams of income is always a good thing. But just know that in the gift basket world, you may see some reduction in your sales simply because of what's going on in the world right now. Don't be discouraged. Um, if you see a reduction in your sales, then pull back on inventory, pull back on the amount of baskets you're making, and stuff that you're buying, so that you're saving money on both ends. You're saving that money when you buy your products, as well as when you're stocking your household or your business. Um, because a lot of people are going to be pulling back funds and not buying as much. Yes, we know Mother's Day is a very good selling day for your baskets and things like that, because ain't nobody leaving mama out of nothing. That just ain't gonna happen. Um, but also be mindful that, as minded as you are about what's going on in the world, so are other people. So you want to have some smaller, inexpensive baskets for those that budget may be smaller than that person that can get that $65, $75 basket. Or that person that's not really paying attention to what's going on in the world, that's at your booth spending $100, $150 on baskets and stuff, um, versus that person that knows what's going on and wants to get a basket but comes to your booth and can't get one because they can't spend over $35, $45, $55 for a basket, and you don't have anything in the $30, $35 price range that maybe they could buy. So you just have to be mindful, gauge what's going on in your area, and know um, how to juggle those things, y'all. And it is very important because there is a lot going on right now. Um, the I'm gonna have to post. Did y'all see the cameras, the water bottles that I posted that I got at Hobby Lobby? Now, I got mine from Hobby Lobby, and if y'all didn't see that, it was a post that I put up, and it was just basically to show you, because someone asked me about that too, to show you the price similarities and differences in the ones I bought from Hobby Lobby and the ones that were direct sale from China. And that was on Global Sources, the link that I provided for y'all. And with Global Sources, you can put stuff in your cart and select inquiry, and the actual Chinese seller will contact you. Usually they send a message or something like that for you so that you can call and place your order. So you'll see that the order might say a minimum of 500 of this item for this price or whatever. All right, but when you talk to the actual supplier, they are reducing those minimum amounts for us, because the one that I have talked to, I told them I'm a small business. I am not a huge big conglomerate like Gucci. I am a small business. So they are adjusting their minimum amounts that they require for purchase. So um, that's what I am doing right now as far as vetting those companies for orders. But I will tell you this, I did get, this was from a China Direct. All right, and this is tissue paper. You know, and like I told y'all, I was going to start off small because I didn't want to order something and then lose a whole bunch of money. And this did not have a minimum purchase. So I only picked up one pink one and one white one. All right, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. All right, and this is what it looks like. All right, and this is that, not that tissue. See how strong these are? Yeah, that one tore, but the other tissue would have tore a whole lot faster than that. But these are kind of fibrous. All right, and almost have a slight waxy feel to them. But it's tissue paper to go in baskets and everything. And I use them in these baskets here that I did. All right, so right under there. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right, that's the tissue paper that I picked up from them. All right, and it took, I think, 5 days to get here. But it is a China Direct product that I got. And, I mean, pennies on the dollar, y'all. I didn't have to pay a whole lot for these at all. This tissue, on that particular supplier. And I haven't looked at any of the other tissues. I just said, let me get these two and see how that goes. The tissue itself was $1 for each pack. And I think I might have paid $2 for shipping. So I paid the amount I paid was like $5 and some change to get those two little items here. And that's because they're lightweight, they're small, and the package they were easy to package. But I definitely wanted to vet it to see. And I like the tissue. I like the way the feel of it, and the fact that when you put it down there, it lays down. You don't have to keep scrunching it up and pushing it down and all this other stuff. Essence Joy says, hey, hello, darling. Welcome in. D Lovely says, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Vanita says, amen. Great word. Thank you, sis. Alicia says, yes, I saw that. All right, so just be mindful, y'all, that even CNN is reporting on food shortages that are about to happen. So if you can, do what you can to keep you and your family sustained. Okay, I ain't gonna tell nobody what to do. I'm just telling you what's going on out there and what me and my family is doing. We are definitely stocking up on dry goods and canned goods, and I'm going to fill up my deep freezer. Because those are kind of problems I don't even want to worry about. I ain't got time. Monique says, "Hey Dina, Braggart gives baskets." Dina is waving. Dorothy Anderson's in the building. Says, "Hello everyone." Hello, Miss Dorothy. Thank you for popping in. Um, All occasions gives says, "Yes, stock up." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, like I said, those of you that have not heard that, you have now heard that. And I'm glad, because I don't want to feel like I'm putting stuff out there that no one is aware of. Because sometimes I feel like that. I'm like, okay. But I'm glad. So y'all make sure, you just take care of yourselves and your families. Okay. Bragger gift baskets. Miss Dina says that tissue looks like wipes material. Almost, except it's dry. But yeah, has a slight waxy feel to it, and it's really good at masking that craft paper, because that's what I put in the bottom of that is the craft paper, and then I covered it with a regular tissue, which was the in this basket the purple one, but it was all crinkled up and everything, so I used one of these. I have this in white too. I got a pink one and a white one, and I used the white one to cover up the bottom of that, so it looked nicer. I just thought it looked nicer. But yeah, it is kind of like the white material. All occasion gift says, "Look, I'm glad it's growing season." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And like I said at the beginning of this, if you are new to farming, um, I'm going to share something else with y'all too, a little story time. But if you're new to farming, you need to roll over there to Arthur Butler, Bam It with Arthur Butler's channel, and subscribe. He's a farmer, and that's what he does. He teaches people how to farm and all that good stuff. So yeah, I am glad it's growing season, because I'm definitely going to be growing some things, but I am going to tell y'all this. So I have been able to move things along in the crafty corner and in the house. So I'm super excited, because probably right after Mother's Day, they're going to start wiring the shed. All right, they'll be doing the wiring and putting my outlets in. And so when I tell y'all I am super excited. All right, now I had said that they probably would have to put a bigger box in the house, but they don't. Woo, woo. I don't need a bigger box in the house. They came out, did a appraisal and everything. And he asked me, he says, "Well, why do you think you need a bigger box?" And I said, "Well, because all the outlets in the house don't work." He says, "That's because they're not wired up to the breaker." He said, "That's the only reason they're not working." And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know why they weren't working. I just know they weren't. And I figured, well, okay, maybe somebody told me you probably need a bigger box. So I said, okay, let's see about getting a bigger box then. But they came out and did the appraisals and everything. I don't need a bigger box. It's not going to cost me thousands of dollars like I thought it was going to. So that is a blessing. I am super, super excited about that, because they will be putting in my outlets and everything in here in the shed, and getting the shed wired and hooked up to the box. They're going to fix all the outlets in the house to make sure they are all working. And, I have a project manager that's setting all this up. They're going to put all my fire alarms back in, too. Y'all know I took the fire alarms down because, baby, I'm talking, you have a headache after the fire alarms in my house go off, because one will go off on this side of the house, right? Well, then it'll set the one up. Like if the one in my room, my bedroom goes off, the tone of it sets off the one in the living room, which sets off the one in the kitchen, which sets off the one in the other hallway, which sets off the one in the end of the foyer going down, which sets off the one downstairs by the washing machine, which sets off the one in the family room, which sets them off in the back bedrooms downstairs. Y'all, when I tell y'all, you have a headache after them fire alarms go off, and I'm thinking, good Lord. Good, at this point, just let me burn up, because good Lord. No, I don't want to burn up, but y'all know what I'm saying. That's how bad it was. So you know me, you know us crafters, we had a ladder. I had a ladder, so I still got the ladder. I climbed up there and hooked them suckers up, okay, but they're gonna fix them back. Because my project manager, who is my middle daughter, said, no, 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 Mom, we're not doing this. We're going to fix them the correct way, and you're going to leave them alone. Um, so I am also helping her build her portfolio. So she's doing this project managing. She's handling all of this. She's getting people in here to do the appraisals and stuff like that, so we can get the best deals. And I'm getting the work I need to get done, and she's building her portfolio at the same time. So she has her MBA and in project management, and that's what she wants to do, is build her portfolio. So I said, okay, well, what better way than to tackle your mom's project first? Let's build it from there. So she is, every company that she contacts, she's cataloging and keeping all of those names and all of those things, so that when she actually puts the portfolio together, the work before, the work after, so on and so forth, she will have a nice portfolio to get started with. So I'm helping her as well get that done. I told her, yeah, she has autonomy to look at all these different companies and let them come out. She's been driving down here to do the appraisals with them, to see exactly what they're talking about, what it is that needs to be done. She's doing a fantastic job right now. And mainly because I ain't had to get a whole bunch of phone calls about, oh, Miss Weeks, well, you have this, that, and the other, and you have that, and you have this, that, and the other, and yet I ain't got time. I ain't got time. And she's very quick to tell them, my mom has a gift basket business. It is gift basket season. She does not have time to come stand with you to do this appraisal. So it's me and you, buddy. Let's roll. So I'm happy about that. So Donna says, great job on the likes, everyone. Yes, thank y'all. I appreciate every one of y'all. All right, I know y'all can get 50. Devani Angel says XCC. I don't even know what all that says. I think maybe you fell asleep while you were typing that. I don't know. But you're going to have to help us out a little bit. All right, so I do have another, I'm not going through it tonight, though. I have another box back here that has more stuff like this in it. I'm going to pull all that stuff out of there. Get them into some baskets. Y'all never did tell me what you thought about the sip and paint baskets. What y'all think about the sip and paint baskets? Got our massage ball. This is the electronic. You charge it up with the USB cord. There's our canvas, easel, paint, candle, a bag for mom. So y'all tell me what you think. This is what the canvas looks like. Alright, so those, like I said, I'm doing those two like that. And I don't have any more of the Versace vibrating massage balls. That's why I'm only doing those two like that. I'm gonna do these other two. I'm thinking of putting Bluetooth speakers in the other two, so mom can listen to some music and get her swag on, as well as this little cup that she's holding. That glass that she's holding. I have some glasses like that, so I may pair these two with those glasses. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to make it do something, y'all, because I got to get it done. Shamika says, super neat sip and paint. Thank you, Shamika. Alicia says, that's too cute. Thank you. Twins Party of Five says, cute. Um, thank you all. What y'all think I should price it at? I have a price in mind, but I'm just want to know what y'all think. Because I'm nosy like that. So Donna says, can we get her to 50 likes, please? Amen and thank you. Please. Amen and thank you. I see 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Can we get a 40? Can we get a 40? 40, 40, 40, 40, 40 going once, 40 going twice. We still at 35. Still Classic is very cute concept. Great idea. Thank you, Still Classic. Sedona says, cute concept. Thank you, dear. So we'll so I've usually have done those in a flat concept, and I do some sip and paint parties. I have a couple of customers in Atlanta that have sip and paint parties every now and then, and I'll do their canvases for them. And then usually that goes in a party pack because it'll be maybe 8 of these canvases in one package for them. Um, and sometimes I'll include the paint with instructions on how to mix paint to make different colors, that kind of thing. So it just depends on what it is they're looking for. I haven't done any for any kids parties, but we'll see. All Occasion Gifts says they came out nice. Price? I don't know. I asked y'all that. What's the price, All Occasions Gifts? What y'all think I should price those at? Sip and paint. All right, we got the canvas, the vinyl, the Versace massage ball, which came from Aldi's. We have the paint with the easel, a candle, a bag, crossbody bag. So I don't know. Southern Girl is in the building. Says hello, all. Hello, Southern Girl. Thank you for popping in, my dear. I don't know. I ain't got to a price on them. Let me see if I put a price on them. I don't even think I wrote those in here yet, y'all. Because I just finished them tonight because those paint kits just came in today. So nope, I have not. Nope, I did. I wrote those down. Wrote them down with their price on them already. So y'all tell me what you think, and I'll show you what I wrote. So, do y'all have any events before Mother's Day, or is just everybody prepping for Mother's Day? Southern Girl says, I need to get started with my Mother's Day baskets. Yes, ma'am. You got 1 week, girl. 1 week. I don't know when you plan on going out to sell, but if I don't get any days off next week, it's the only days I'm going out at night. Y'all know this. I got night lighting, y'all. High five to the night lighting, y'all. So that I can go out in the evenings now. So when I get off work at 4:30, I can still go out and sell my baskets. So I really want to start going out next Thursday. Possibly Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And hopefully not have to go out Sunday, but I don't know. We'll see, y'all. I hope. All Occasions Gift says, I can't price my stuff without changing them, making them higher. Well, if y'all are higher than what I got them priced at, they might go higher. They ain't going lower than what I priced them at, though. I can promise you that one. I ain't got that. Look, they're reasonably priced. They really are. I think so. As a matter of fact, they may be just a little underpriced, but we'll see. Y'all tell me what you think. Southern Girl says, I know. Yes, ma'am. You got to get started, honey. Twins Party of Five says, I have vendor event Saturday. What kind of event you got, Shy? I got a vendor event Saturday, too. So that was one of the reasons why I'm doing the sipping paints. I'm going to do the mini sipping paints. I did the little pillow sachets that are in the house. And somebody asked me what fragrances I was putting in those sachets. Well, I got them right here, so I'm just going to show them to you. Okay, y'all. So I went to Dollar General a while back, and I had got the fragrance packets that were on sale at that particular time. And they were 90% off. This has been a month ago or so. Well, they had the big major sales going on at Dollar General with the half off list and the additional whatever off of that. And I went back in Dollar General and there was a whole rack of these fragrances sitting there. And I was like, well, these were on sale last week, so let me just scan them. So I scanned them and every one of them came up for a penny. All right. And that was, um, these are called the 2-pack air fresheners that look like these. All right. And I have bags and bags full of these. All right. And I'm not just using them for the pillows. I stick one of these in my locker at work. Um, in my bathroom. They smell so good. And I got all different fragrances that they had of these. And I cleared the shelf on these. I got every single one of them for a penny. I did a video on it somewhere. In my arsenal of videos, there is a video on that Dollar General haul. But yeah, I that's what I am using in my pillows. And these packets, you shake them up. You just shake the packet and it releases the fragrance. So when I stick them in the pillows, I'm using the polyfill. You shake up the pillow and you can smell it. I've got them wrapped in plastic, so when they open it, the first thing they're going to smell is that fragrance coming out of the pillow. So it is really, really nice. I really like how those turned out. So if you haven't seen those videos on the pillows, there's a short on it. Please go watch that short. They're really nice, y'all. Alicia says, I'm going to meet a lady tomorrow through our something that just rolled right on away, Alicia. It did not want me to read that. I'm going to go back. Tomorrow through our vendor exchange. She has a spot in a good area. And if I like it and the price is right, I'll be vending next Friday and Saturday. Okay, that's awesome. Alicia said, it'll be my first Mother's Day street sales. Okay, awesome. Awesome. This is my second Mother's Day. If any y'all can go back and watch the videos. The Mother's Day events is what I was talking about when that man came and sat up right next to me. And when the day before he had been way down, and something told me the next day to go earlier because he was going to try to get my spot because I was right up on the corner. So I was at the four-way and everybody could see, and I had my signs out. So a lot of people were coming in the back way through to the convenience store and stopping at my booth and buying baskets and stuff. So I just had a feeling he wanted my spot the next day. So me and my daughter got up, loaded up the U-Haul because I had a U-Haul then, and got up there about an hour earlier than we normally would have gotten there. So we got up there probably about 7:30. About 8:30, it was two guys, him and the other guy come rolling up in their van. And they stopped right where we were. So I knew he wanted that spot. And I was like, and the guy at the convenience store, they didn't assign spots. When I got there and asked them, could I set up, there were already two other vendors on that strip, but they were all further down. And I asked him, well, can I set up here on the corner? And he says, yeah, that's fine, because there was nobody over there. They were all on the other side, way further down. And so, yeah, the next day he wanted my spot. And he didn't get there early enough because I just had that feeling. And then he set up literally right next to me. Literally right next to me. And I was like, now, that I thought it was tacky because they had been way down and I didn't go down there to try to take their spot. So I knew that they had set up next to me because they didn't have any signage or anything out there. all they had was baskets sitting under their tents. So I'm pretty sure people knew what the occasion was when they saw the baskets, but I had all kinds of signs out: Mother's Day, birthday, whatever. Y'all know how I do. I'm going to advertise everything. This what we got. This who I am. This where you can find me. Da, 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 da. Scan this barcode right here. You can do some custom orders, all of that. So I know he wanted to set up next to me because we had signs and stuff. And so it ended up being one of them things where people were coming to my booth, going to his booth, going to his booth, coming to my booth. It was annoying. It was really annoying, but it was okay. I didn't fuss about it. I said, whatever, whatever. And I let that go. But congratulations, Alicia. This is going to be my second year doing street sales for Mother's Day. Remember, I started with Easter last year. So this Easter was my second Easter. Twins Party of 5 says, different people selling items. My mama will be selling chicken. She's the only food vendor. Okay, your mama about to make a lot of money, girl. Tell her to bring all that extra food with her, because she going to make some money. Them food vendors be making money, honey, for everybody to get hungry. Southern Girl says, I can't catch a penny sale. Me either. Me either. I got 1 penny yesterday, Southern Girl. That's it. That is it, girl. I did get some baskets is what I picked up at 50% off, which I done said somewhere. Oh, right here. And I just have some stuff stuck in it, y'all, but let me take the stuff out of it. I just thought these two little baskets were cute, so I picked up these two. All right. Yeah. And then there was some other stuff that I had to pick up that didn't really have anything to do with basket making that I picked up at Dollar General. But yeah, I don't catch them either, sweetie. I be at work, and I be at work on my phone on Amazon and Temu ordering stuff. It's kind of too late to order stuff on Temu right now. But little incidental stuff that I need, like I got to get on here and get me some shrink wrap bags that are a little bit bigger than the ones that I have, because I have not quite mastered measuring my stuff like Marie keeps showing us how to do. I know she's tired of showing us. I'm gonna go back and watch her videos because I clearly ain't measuring them right, because I didn't get one big enough for this basket over here, and I'm like, I had to wrap the other one with the actual cello roll, and I'm not very good at this because I've just started doing this. I've gotten better at cello and shrink wrap, but that's because I've been practicing it for a year now. A little over a year now. But the actual gift wrapping stuff, she ain't quite mastered that one yet. So I think it's okay, but to me, it could be a little bit better. This is one that I wrapped, so it's not so bad. And before y'all come from me, yes, you can see the tape on the canvas, and there's a reason for that. All right, I used the frosted tape. The canvas is wrapped in a separate plastic, and I used the frosted tape to wrap that. See the frosted tape? So that the person that gets the canvas can see where the tape is. Okay, I don't want this tape hidden from them, because I don't want them to ruin their canvas trying to get in there. You know, if they don't see the tape or can't find where the tape starts and all of that, they might get a knife or something like that and try to open the canvas. So I used frosted tape so that they could see where this canvas is taped at, and they can open it without damaging their canvas. So don't come for me in the comments. I did that on purpose now. Monique says, hey, Shy. Petrus Tucker is in the building, says, hello, everyone. Hello, darling. Welcome in. Welcome in. Alicia with the gold hearts. Thank you, darling. Southern Girl says, I got some nice baskets from the PX and the REA store. Okay. All right. 50 cents and 67 cents. Yep, that's definitely my kind of price right there. Auntie's Gibson Moore says, hello, everyone. Hello, darling. 41 thumbs up, y'all. Go and hit them thumbs up for me. We only need 9 more, and I'm going to let y'all go. 9 more, y'all. Bragger gift baskets. Miss Dina says, this Easter was my first at street selling. Excited to try Mom's Day. Now, how did Easter go for you, Dina? Monique's house is beautiful gift. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate you. All right, but that's what I use for the pillows, y'all, is these. And they smell fantabulous in those pillows. So I've been having fun making those because I've had a couple of people request them. After I made them, they smelled them. They're like, oh my God, will you make me one? And I'm like, I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm going to make them some, though. Not for free, though. They wanted them for free. That's why I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I ain't making them for free. All right, so I priced the sipping paints, those particular two, at $45. And then I'm going to do 2 more that will be the same price range, but they are going to be a different concept. Southern Girl says, can I see your pillows? They are in the house with the rest of the baskets in the count. I didn't bring them down here with me. But if you go to my shorts, Southern Girl, you'll see the yellow pillow on the short. Just click that video, sweetie, and you'll see those sachets and the pillows. I think I talk about them in one of the haul videos too that I did. And I'm talking about these real recent videos that I just posted like last night and yesterday. So that's why they're in the house, because I do all the filming and most of the filming in the house now. Because I just have so much stuff down here. Once we get the cabinets and all of that stuff in here, I'll be filming down here too. But yes, ma'am. I left them in the house, honey. I'm sorry. Burger gift baskets. Miss Dina says, I thought it was great. About 50 sold. That's awesome. She says, but I've been making baskets since last Easter and every holiday with no sales online. Okay. All right. Well, then you know what to do, sweetheart. You got to roll back a little bit. Pace yourself and do that basket count. It's like I said, one of the things I'm doing, starting just as I just started doing this Mother's Day, is cataloging everything I make so that I can turn the page here so that I know what I have, what I made, how much I'm selling it for, what has sold and what has not. I'm trying to get better about making sure I keep track of it. And that was mainly because I made so many small baskets for Easter. And I sold the majority of them. I sold all of them but 23 of them. But I made them some the same, some in other areas a little bit different. But I don't know how many of what concept I made and all of that. I just know, okay, you got this many $20 baskets and so on and so forth. So that's why I'm doing that. And like I said, taking a page out of Divine and trying to make the workflow a little bit better so that we have a set thing. My middle daughter is going to be selling with me Saturday, and then she and I are going to the movies afterwards, but she's going to be selling with me Saturday. And I wanted an easier system to where she can just look in the book and say, oh yeah, that's this basket, that number matches this, what's on here is what's in this basket, so yeah, this is the price for that basket. It makes the person helping me a job a little bit easier. But it also helps me know what I sold, which basket it was, how much I got for that basket, was it a good concept, and so on and so forth. And if you, like I said, if y'all watch Divine, not necessarily how she makes a basket, but how her workflow is. Okay, how she flows her work. It's awesome. I love it. Gifts by Chosen says, "Hey, sis and Crafty Creators. Hey, darling. Thank you for popping in." Monique says, "That's great, Katrina. Thank you, Monique." Hello, Young Vern. Thank you for popping into the Crafty Corner. It's good to see you. Bragger Gift Baskets. Miss Dina says, "I have the same catalog system. It helps." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Um, so, yeah, that is definitely what I am doing. Young Vern says, "Hello, Queen and everyone." All right, but yeah. Miss Dean, I definitely would roll back a little bit if you're not selling all of the inventory that you're making, especially holidays like Easter, um, Valentine's, because these are holidays that we use a lot of candy and food and stuff in. So when you're having to throw away massive amounts of candy because they're not selling because of expiration dates, then you're putting your business into a negative. So you want to definitely keep track of all of that. Y'all see what I pulled out of? These were Valentine's gifts from last year. Okay, it's not a lot of suckers, but it's a lot of suckers. Okay, and when I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, to me, this about $2 worth of suckers right here. Okay, and that tells me that even though it's a small number, I spent $2 too much on candy. If that makes any sense. That's how my mind works, y'all. I'm like, look at this. This $2 right here. But I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it, and I don't even know. I hadn't checked the expiration dates on those yet. But these have not expired. Well, me and S. Marie got a secret. Y'all see that? He gone. Now since he's out, let's see when he expires. Because if he's expired, I'm going to cry, S. Marie. I'm going to start crying. Ooh, girl. Ooh, I know y'all can't see that. But I'm going to stick it up there anyway. Because I'm super excited now. 6/30/25. I got till June 30th to eat these. I mean, to put these in another basket. So look at this. I'm put these in my duffel bag because they're going in the house with me tonight. Go in here and fix me some dinner. Then I'm going to eat my snack. Sure am. I sure is. So the girl says, may show you write off. Make sure you write off as loss on taxes. Yeah, absolutely. And you got to know what those are, y'all. So, yes, this is a $2 write-off right here. May even be a $3 write-off. I don't know yet. We're going to see, though. But it's definitely a write-off because I'm having to throw this away. And what I do is, like, the baskets that I didn't sell for Easter, those went in the house downstairs. And my kids broke those down, took all the candy out of it, all of it, and then put the toys in one of my bags, like this one that I just emptied out, but one of the new bags or one of these. And those are going up in the loft for Christmas. So I'll pull them back down at Christmas time, do Christmas baskets and stuff with them. The baskets will be put up for next year and Easter, or if I can use some of those at Christmas, I will. And then the candy, After my daughter wrote down all the candy that was left, and yeah, I didn't have a lot of candy left. I had some because I didn't put a lot of candy in my baskets. I didn't even buy a lot of candy. I didn't even buy chips, y'all. I bought Cheez-Its. 2 boxes of Cheez-Its is all I bought. Period. That was it. And then the cookies and the graham crackers and the, what was it, animal crackers, graham crackers, and the cookies from the Dollar Tree. I had a few of the lollipop candies, some cotton candy from Sam's Club. And I don't think I had any tubs of cotton candy left. I might have had 2 bags that came out of one of the two of the baskets that didn't sell. But I can count in one small box how much candy I had left. So I've gotten better about what I spend on the candy um, than I was Valentine's, because as you can see, all of this is Valentine's candy right here. In that basket that was back there underneath the table. Trash. All going in the trash. So that is definitely a write-off, and definitely lets me know don't buy a whole, to cut back on the candy I'm buying for Valentine's Day. Um, he he he. Let's see. Let me back up, y'all, because y'all just chit-chatting away, and I'm missing all of it. All of it. Okay, let's see. Miss Rolitha is in the building. Says hello, Katrina and everyone. Hello, darling. Welcome in. I might have said that already, but I'm going to say it again. Rolitha, I love you. Alicia Gordon says, have anyone seen the new glitter peel-off face mask at Dollar Tree? It's called 24 karat gold. Yes, I did. And the packaging is pretty and gold and very high-end looking. Yes, I saw those, as well as these, Miss Alicia. All right, and this is the Jade Gel Cream Moisturizer. All right, this one was in jade, and the packaging on it is very pretty as well. And then I have another one. I have several of these, but they only had 2, I want to say flavors, but y'all know what I mean. 2 different kinds of masks. All right, and the other one was amethyst, and this is a facial scrub. All right, and these came from Dollar Tree, so I picked up all the ones I could find because I thought they were really pretty, and they're going to go into some baskets, y'all. But I did see those masks too. Now I think my Dollar Tree may have had 2 of them, and for whatever reason, I guess at the time I wasn't really thinking of what I could put them with. So I didn't get them. S. Marie laughing at me and that candy and celebrate. Yes, ma'am. Southern Girl says, sure not show. Sorry, I got you, baby. Baskets with Styles is in the building. Says hello, everyone. Hello, darling. Divine says, I'm back. How was church, Divine? Do you have a good service over there, girl, on Facebook? Is that where you went? I think that's where you went. Don't let me lie on you, sis. All things precious, Miss Rolitha with the gold hearts. Monique says, hey, Nicole. Divine says, hey, Monique. Alicia says, I got some holographic card stock. That would be fabulous with that. Yeah, those are really, really nice. I like those. And I got to go to the other Dollar Tree, but I'm going to find some more of them and use those as well because I think those are adorable. Like I said, they're just, the packaging on them is what's really nice, but just the fact that they're a little higher end because they're named after gems, of course. This one is jade, and it is a gel cream moisturizer. Sorry about the light, y'all, but it's holographic, so it's going to reflect some light. And this one is the amethyst scrub. Okay, Dollar Tree. I'm going to pick up some more of those. Um, Alicia says, I grabbed all but 3. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to go back and look for them and see if they still have them. If they do, I'm going to pick up some more. KOK, Gift Baskets and More is in the building. Hello, darling. Welcome in. Welcome in. KOK says, hey, everyone. Monique says, S. Marie, waving. The Crafty Cactus by Manchetta says, hey, everyone. All right, and now the Crafty Cactus by Manchetta, y'all, is who I keep telling y'all, making them put that video out about the weather pods. So go back to her channel. And if you're in an area that needs some weather pods, definitely go check it out because those were awesome. I think Rochelle had vetted them and was looking into investing in those as well. RA Baskets, Miss Ashley said, hi, hello, hello, welcome in. Southern Girl says, does anyone make adult baskets? If so, do they sell good? Well, adult baskets for Easter, you mean? I know some folks were making adult Easter baskets. I did not. I may next year, simply because I had, Southern Girl, I had one of my Mother's Day baskets from last year, because I only had maybe 3 or 4 Mother's Day baskets left over. I don't even, they were up there in the loft. And my daughter, I was out set up to sell, or setting up, and they came home to get more baskets, and I had told her to pull the toys baskets from up there because I had some baskets up there that were already made that were Christmas, and all I had to do was change the bows out, so I could do that on site. I take bows and all that stuff with me. So she pulled those down and saw the Mother's Day baskets, and she pulled those down too. Well, one of them got put in the car and the other one didn't. And she said she didn't intend for either one of them to get put in the car, because she realized they were Mother's Day baskets, but she thinks that one of the boys had already put it in the car. Well, it sold. Okay, it sold. So when they brought it out there, I was like, "Oh, that's a Mother's Day basket." Well, that's okay. Put it out there. We'll just put it on the table and market it as a custom order for someone that may want a birthday basket or something like that. But one of the girls came through looking for a basket for her child and saw that Mother's Day basket there and was like, "Oh my God, I want that one." So I sold that. I think I sold that basket for $65 or something like that. So yeah, I think adult baskets for Easter is a good idea, but I did not make any this year. I may make some next year. Alicia says Postmark has the 24K peel off mask for $5. All right. I have the eye ones that go underneath the eye. Those are they're 24 karat gold too. I got those off Amazon actually. Santa's Author is in the building, says, hey everyone, hello, welcome to the chat. Thank you for popping in. Alicia says Poshmark, not Postmark. Okay. And Poshmark is the platform that, the selling platform. I got you. Southern Girl says no adult items such as toys. Oh, no, don't do those. Don't do those. Chosen says all mine sold. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I only had a few, but we got our 50 likes, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. This is my again, those of y'all that missed it, this is the sip and paint basket. All right, with our canvas, our easel, our massage ball, our paint, our candle, and a crossbody bag. All right, so this is, I'm super proud of this because I put my little crafty heart into this one with my canvases that I made. All right, so I'm proud of all my baskets, y'all. I don't know what it is, but well, probably because it's crunch time, I'm kind of zapping these baskets out, and they're turning out really, really good. So I'm very, very happy about that. Um, Vanita says, very nice basket. Thank you, Vanita. Chosen says, that's Yummy T who does the Mr. Miss Nasty time baskets. Yeah, she does. Um, the Crafty Cactus by Manchetta says, cute. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. So I done found me some more product. I got a bag back there with products in it and a bag over here. I did not have a whole lot of bath gels. Shame on me, but I'm gonna pick some up. I'm gonna pick those up tomorrow, and I am kind of toying with the idea of a larger sipping paint with my foot spas. Foot spa, larger sipping paint with the cocktail glasses. I'm thinking is going to be a nice concept for mom. And these are just moms that may like to paint or may want to start painting. And this could be remember your sip and paint baskets can also go to um, people that are looking for gifts for their family members that have Alzheimer's and things like that. Maybe something they might like to do is sit and paint something. So I do find that those types of baskets sell in those types of arenas. I have had older men who have dementia wives or wives with Alzheimer's buy baskets that have coloring books in them so they can sit and color with their loved one because that's what they like to do. Keeps them calm and that kind of thing. So don't forget when you're making your baskets that sometimes it may go to someone that has special needs in some way, shape, or form, whether it be Alzheimer's, dementia, um, or whatever the case may be. So keep that in mind as well because uh, you never know who you're making a basket for, and that's why you hear in that song, every lesson is a blessing, and that's why, because you might think the basket sucked or whatever, and somebody else loved it. I ain't gonna lie to you. That snack basket I made last year. If y'all have not seen that short, y'all need to go back and watch that short. I talked about that basket like a dog, and I'm the one who made it. But it was just because I was just not really used to making snack baskets. And I was like, there's nothing in it but food. But, they're saying that people like these kind of baskets. So we're going to try it and see. And all of that, it was the first Father's Day basket off my table, y'all. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was like, oh my God. First basket that sold was that snack basket. Chosen says, calling you tomorrow, sis, so we can catch up. All right, sweetie. Um, Alicia says, that would go great in a cancer care concept. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I've done picked out several more canvas pictures that I'm going to cut. I'm probably going to cut those tomorrow night so that, well, no, what time is it? I'm going to cut them tonight so I can get them on these canvases and get these made so I have them for the event Saturday. Because if I wait till tomorrow night, I may not get them done. Then I'm going to be mad because I didn't go ahead and cut them out. Vanita Bumper says, the baskets I like the least seem to sell the fastest. Me too. Me too. I feel you, Vanita. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to put this out here. It's okay. Maybe not my cup of tea, but somebody might like it. And them be the ones that sell first. I'll be like, really? Are you serious? I got this bomb.com over here. And you want the bullet over here? That's what I be saying in my head, y'all. But listen, if God gives you the concept, somebody's going to like it. And there's always a buyer out there for something that you make, something you may have had that iffiness about, and you're like, okay, I'm doing these sip and paint kits sets because it's on my spirit to do them for this event. So that tells me that there's something to it and that I need to go ahead and be obedient and do them to see. Okay, maybe they'll sell and this will be great. I think they will. They're actually really, really very cute. So I think they'll sell. Chosen says hello to anyone who spoke and I didn't respond. Cooking and cleaning. What we eating, girl? I'm hungry. I'm fixing to go in this house and cook. Y'all, I meant to go to Ingles and get me some liver mush. How many of y'all eat liver mush? I love me some liver mush. I wanted me some liver mush and eggs and toast for dinner tonight. Won't be having that because I didn't make it to the store today. Y'all eat liver mush? Because I ain't from the South and I know what liver mush is, y'all. So I know y'all know what liver mush is. Vanita said, what is liver mush? Ooh, Vanita, I'm going to get some. I'm going to take a picture and post it. It's kind of like souse, but not souse. Y'all know what souse is? Never heard of it. Oh, my God. There you go, Chosen. Liver mush and grits. I know you heard of it, girl. You over there in North Kakalaki. Yes, ma'am. Liver mush and grits. Yep, that part. Liver mush, grits, eggs. Alicia says liver. No, no, honey. This don't taste like that liver. This ain't that kind of liver, Alicia. Not at all. Uh, Rolita says liver mush. Yep. KOK says, what is that? I'm gonna put it in the community post. I'm going to buy some tomorrow just so I can put it in there for y'all. Then I can get me some. I like it with eggs and grits, and it's really, really good. Vanita says, please do. No. Monique says, it's been a while. Sanus Arthur said, never heard of it. Young Vern Baskets Creation says, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Alicia says, oh, okay, my husband ate it. Okay. Basket with Style says, never heard of that. Okay. Wait a minute. It jumped all the way up there. Let me go back, y'all. Hang on. All right. Shamika says, I thought it was called liverwurst. No. Auntie's Gibson Moore says, liver pudding. Is that the same thing? Now, I don't know about liver pudding, but I know about liver mush. Kimberly Shaw says, hey. Southern Girl says, good night. Good night, darling. Thank you for coming in. KOK says, you cook it? Yes, ma'am. Yep, it comes in a loaf, square loaf like this, and you just slice it up and fry it up. It's good, y'all. I love it. Shamika says, I can do souse or a hog head. Okay, yeah, this is kind of like souse. I think souse might be a little bit spicier than liver mush, but it's kind of like souse. Nessa says, I have no clue. See, I'm gonna let y'all have this something for y'all to go to bed with tonight. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm looking for this post. I'm gonna get some and post it, y'all. Ashley says, I googled it, laugh out loud. What it tastes like. It tastes good to me, Ashley. It doesn't have a bad taste. It doesn't taste like that liver that we all grew up on that our moms tried to make us eat. It ain't like that at all. At all. KOK says, hey, Kimberly. Chosen says, also call it liver pudding. Okay, that's what she said, liver pudding, and I'd never heard it called that before. But it's liver mush. It's really good. S. Marie says, congrats on your obedience. The sip and paint concepts are a hit. It will lead to orders. I just feel it. Thank you to S. Marie. I hope so. Gifts by Chosen says, yes, Auntie gives him more. Okay, yeah. I just never heard of it called liver pudding, but my mama's from North Carolina, and so y'all knew we grew up on that stuff. If she found it somewhere, she always bought it. And down here where I'm at, nobody sells it but Ingles that's over in Hogansville. So I have to go over there to get it. So usually when I go and buy it, I will buy 3 or 4 of them at a time so I can put them in the deep freezer because we like to eat those. Kimberly says, hey, KOK. Vanita says, it's the same as hog head cheese. No. No. I've never had hog head cheese. I don't think it's the same. And the only reason I say that is because I have seen hog head cheese, souse, and liver mush all together in the grocery store. So that tells me there's some differences there. But I've never had hog-head cheese. KLK says you got to make some when we play with the toys. Yes, ma'am, I surely will. Listen, you can go in, like, if you're in North Carolina, they even have it like on the breakfast bars. If it's one of the kind of like Shoney type restaurants, they even have that on the breakfast bars and stuff because it is real popular on that side of the world. But it's good. I like it. Shamika says the one with the rim, sorta. I don't know, Shamika. It's a loaf. It's a rectangle loaf. Looks like a block of cheese, but it's liver mush. Um, Alfie says, "Are you in your she shed?" Yes, I am. Nessa says, "Do it taste like liverwurst?" Nope, no, ma'am. It doesn't. Does not taste like liver at all. Shamika says, "White." This is gray. It ain't white at all. It is actually gray. I'm gonna post it. I promise y'all. Um, Shamika says, "That's what I'm talking about, Nessa." Nah, it's good. No, this ain't that regular liver. Cause I don't eat that. Beef liver. I don't eat none of that stuff. I don't even eat chicken livers. My mom likes chicken livers. Uh. I don't even eat chicken livers, y'all. Ain't gonna happen. Back home in Charleston, we called it liver mush. That's what we call it. She says, but here we call it liver pudding. Okay. I've only ever heard it called liver mush, so that's what we call it. Now, the package actually says liver mush. Petrus Tucker says, I am in the Deep South, and that is new to me. What? I don't know that I'm in the Deep South. They keep telling me I'm in Central Georgia. Patrick, they tell me I'm in Central Georgia, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Whatever. To me, I'm South, but I don't know. Now, I'm not as South as Queen Sheba and them. I think Warner Robins is a little bit further south than me. Alf Beef says, how delightful. He says, you should cut a hole in the wall. Well, I'm not going to cut a hole in the wall, but I have windows in here. I'm going to put a unit in here that S. Marie had told me about. And I'm going to get back on her videos to get all that. I wrote it down in my book, too. So, we got the plans going on that as well. So if y'all didn't hear the news, I'm super excited because they've done the appraisals and everything. It's not costing me nowhere near as much as I thought it was going to. And we're going to start getting this shed wired probably the week after Mother's Day. So I'm super excited. Chosen says it's kind of hard to describe what it tastes like. Yeah, it definitely has a specific taste. But to tell you it tastes like bacon or tastes like chicken or tastes like, yeah, it's something you just have to taste it. It's really good. Nessa says it looks like liverwurst. I have to look at some liverwurst then, Nessa. I've been my mind is gone. Nessa. Because I don't think I've seen liverwurst. But I like liver mush, y'all. If I could have it for dinner tonight, I would. I'd have me some liver mush, scrambled eggs, some toast, or even some biscuits. Can you tell I'm hungry? I need to go eat. And I ain't going to eat these turtles right off the bat. I'm going to eat some food. Take these baskets in the house and videotape it. Taking my page from Divine again. Like I said, if y'all haven't seen her workflow and how she flows the business, please go over there and watch because it is awesome. Nessa says I googled it. Okay, cool. I don't know if I've seen liverwurst or not. I don't think so. I know I have never eaten any of it, but I eat the mess out of some liver mush. I might already have some up in that deep freezer. I need to go look. But it's good. I like it, and I don't like a whole lot of stuff. And I can promise you, I don't like regular liver. Never gonna eat black licorice. I had somebody come up to my Easter table and say, "You got any black licorice?" I said no. Then they started laughing because I guess they was joking. I don't know. They bought a basket, so I'm assuming that they had to be joking because I didn't have no baskets with no black licorice in it. And they bought one, so all right, y'all. So I got to go back on S. Marie's videos to find my little air conditioner thing and see how she measures her bags, because I got to get some bags for these sip and paint sets, because baby, that thing there was, it took me probably 25 minutes to get that thing wrapped. And I'm like, good Lord. I like bags. I like bags. Nessa says it's liver and cornmeal pepper. Okay. Works for me. It's good. I know that. That's it, Nessa. It's good. But it ain't that regular liver now that everybody would be like, nah, that your parents try to make you eat. But it's good. It's good. I really like it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get off of this live. Look at that. I got 53 likes. I'm super excited. Chosen says, liver made me hate my childhood. That regular liver, yeah. My mom didn't even make beef liver and stuff like that, but she did. What she cooked that she would try to make us eat it. My mom never really tried to make me and my sister eat anything, and got mad at a babysitter who tried to force my sister to eat eggs. And I mean, literally was trying to shove these eggs in my sister's mouth. And I'm thinking to myself, this lady don't know my mama that well. Clearly she couldn't have. Because, y'all, my mama, I'm going to tell you something about that little bitty lady y'all see walking around there. If y'all see my video of us doing the setup, the little bitty lady trying to hold the legs and whatever she could do to help, mama going to try to help. But my mama was little. Okay, never. My mom, she's got a picture of herself at a swimming pool in a one-piece swimming suit, that my mom has been trying to convince me and my sister for years that she was 8 months pregnant in that picture. And we're looking at her like, quit lying, quit lying. And she was like, I'm not lying to you. I was 8 months pregnant when that picture was taken. And I said, okay. She's always been like, my mama was one of them kind of people that if kids were picking at us, my mom would walk us to the bus stop and pretend like she was our older sister who was under the age of 18. So she could threaten them little kids and stuff. I kid y'all not, Pauline, I swear on my on the Bible, Pauline Crowley would walk to the bus stop and pretend like she was our sister and tell them kids that, you don't quit messing with my little sisters, I'm going to kick your behinds. Yes, she would. And them kids would leave us alone. I couldn't do nothing but laugh when she said that. But that's how little my mom was, y'all. Little itty bitty thing. And she never forced us to eat anything. And I thought, this lady do not know my mama. Don't know. My mama will beat her behind over her kids. That I know. Nessa is laughing. Yes, ma'am. Esmery says, I'll message you on Facebook, Katrina. All right, my darling. I appreciate you. Vanita says, great live stream. Thank you, Vanita. Alicia says, enjoyed your life. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope you all had a great time. And stock up on your dry goods and all of that, y'all, because the shipyards are empty. I'm telling you. Ain't no cargoes out there dropping off nothing. KOK says, I love liver with gravy and onions. A lot of people do, KOK, and that's real popular down here in the South. And I can't do it. S. Marie says, me too, KOK. I was super anemic and used to have to eat it all the time to keep up my levels up. I still love it. See, I was a super anemic too, S. Marie, and that's how me and raisins became best friends. I loaded up on raisins, honey. I bought me some Raisin Bran cereal and a box of raisins, big box. I make my cereal and I fill it up with raisins. That's what I used to do for my anemia. And then I had a total hysterectomy, and that solved all of that. That resolved my anemia problem right there. Nessa says, I was little until I started making baskets and sneaking the turtles out like I just did. Nessa, yes, honey, I took that turtle right on out of that basket. He don't expire till June, and he ain't going in nobody else's basket, so I'm gonna eat him. Esmeree says, nah, not that sweet lady. Mama Bear was about it back in the day. Yes, she was. Yes, she was, honey. Did not play where her kids was concerned. I mean, some of the stories she tell me, she had me so tickled. She says, yes, I did. I went right on down there to that bus stop, and I told them little kids, if you don't quit picking on my little sisters, I'm going to beat you up. I said, you told them like that, Mama? She said, I sure did. They thought I was little like y'all. I was like, good Lord, have mercy. My mama was a kindergarten gangster, y'all. But that was her. That was her. As Marie said, 100. Yes, ma'am. Petra Tucker, Vanita, I love Morrison liver in Mobile. Okay. KOK says, I was about 100 pounds until my 40s. KOK, I was born at 100 pounds. I ain't never seen didn't even know I was 100 pounds. I always tell about I was born at 100 pounds, honey. I have always been a heavy set person. Always. Um, Except for when I was pregnant with Chandrell, which is, I don't know, freak of nature or whatever. But I was very heavy when I got pregnant with Chandrell, and I lost over 80 pounds while I was pregnant with her. That's why they wouldn't let me have her naturally. They thought that I was going to rupture something and so on and so forth. And then they delivered her a month early because they thought that she was going to be way too big for me to deliver, and that I would rupture my uterus and all this other. He just had all these kinds of scenarios going on in his head of what was going to happen. But that's the only time I had lost weight. I lost over 80 pounds while I was pregnant with her. I basically shrunk and turned into this big ball sitting on in front of me, and that was it. Um, Chosen says, see, raisins is where you lost me, girl. I love me some raisins now. I eat raisins. Chocolate covered raisins. Yes, ma'am. Throw them in with some popcorn. Oh, yeah. Definitely a snack for me. All right, y'all. So I'm going to let y'all go. Look, I got 57 likes. I'm super excited now. I'm going to toss these in the trash can on my way out the door. Go up here and fix me something to eat and get ready for tomorrow. Because I have to work in the morning, y'all. They won't let me be great this week. All right, so if y'all didn't catch it from the beginning, go ahead so you can catch the word. Childlike. Okay, and that was the word. So make sure that y'all go back and watch the live if you missed the beginning. And I wish you all the blessings in the world. You all have a great night and be blessed. But most importantly, y'all, be a blessing, y'all. Good night. Love you all.